Check, check. And everybody online,
Can you hear me?
online, make sure we're coming through.
I can hear you.
Can hear
Okay.
you.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, I would like to call our June meeting of the Bernard Astronomical Society to order. Um, we've got several here in person. We've got several online, and would like to welcome all of you. I don't see any guests other than our guest speaker tonight here in person. So, first order of business. The minutes, these are the minutes from the meeting. They were in the newsletter. And I give everybody a moment to look over them. I realize this is really teeny tiny, but they were in the newsletter, so hopefully you've already read them. The thing I will point out is that the financials from May were updated. Remember last month, the guy running the business meeting had the wrong financials in wrong financial slide, and that would be me. So I made sure that we had the updated financials in here. So they're on the lower left-hand side of the slide. Those are up to date as of last month. So these are your minutes from last month. And if anyone has any edits, please let me know. If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion to accept.
Okay, I had a motion to accept by Natoka. The second? Second by Greg. All in favor? Okay. Motion carries. The meetings have been approved. Okay, so our financial report for this month. Brother Jim, will you give us the down low on the finances?
We started out with 360440 and total disbursements of 59634. Total deposits 30889 with an ending balance as of today of 331695. The disbursements, $435 was the Astronomical League annual dues. And that's probably the biggest check we write on an annual basis. And the MailChimp fees is a recurring monthly fee. We made some Amazon purchases for lanyards and IDs and hardware like that. And then the GoDaddy.com is just the website fee charges. And total deposits, we had $185 donations, which came from Bowman Hill School. And the total of all the dues for the month was $123.89.
Excellent, thank you. Anybody have any questions about the finances? And just for the record, Jim, these are the finances for this month, right? I mean, yeah, okay. I want to make sure because I
got an email right here that tells you.
gotcha. I'm glad because I blew that I just forgot to change the slide out. Okay, great. That's fantastic. And we appreciate the school for sending that donation to us, and that's because of the work that Ralph did. No, it was Matt did that one. That was the solar event. Okay, excellent. Okay, cool. Very good.
Do some more though.
Yeah. We need. Get busy, guys. Okay, old business. What I wanted to show tonight, kind of on our old business, was some of the activities that we had scheduled. We had last Saturday night. We were at Cloudland Canyon. We didn't have as many people as we had the first month that we started. We had, I heard maybe around 50, something like that. Yeah.
That was a Cub Scout troop up there.
Yeah, they came out early and then left, and but the weather was supposed to be really bad, and it turned out that it cleared off for the time we were there, and it was good. Of course, then Chris is trying to knock out a couple of his Galaxy Challenge images, and the clouds just followed the objects as he moved to them. There's these galaxy-seeking clouds. So you can see a few pictures here. Thanks, Jim, for taking these pictures. You can see that, even before dark, we had several people. That center picture on the top, we had several people that were out there before dark. And so we had a good crowd. I will say that a lot of the people were very appreciative. I know a lot of the parents of the small children, they all thanked us. You know, hey, thank you for coming out and doing this. So that's that was really good. And then we also had the lunar eclipse event at Thrasher Elementary. And while most of us were probably in bed because it was cloudy here, Ralph was at Thrasher Elementary doing this lunar eclipse event. And Ralph had an article in the newsletter about this, but Ralph, anything you want to add to the night? Or
It was fun. A bunch of fifth graders were there. The parents.
yeah, fifth graders and parents. How many do you think you had there?
Well, she said they had 56 signed up. So
Yeah.
with whoever they brought with them, I don't know, close to
So it's like 56 kids plus, huh?
we had a good crowd.
Excellent.
Kids were going wild.
Well, of course.
You took care of them all by yourself? 150?
No, I just did that. The teachers took care of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I called one kid down because I got a little crazy around my Celestron, and that was about it.
Yeah. There's always the one that wants to try to use your telescope for a monkey bars, you know. So yeah. Okay, great. Well, you know, things are sort of returning back to normal, and we're starting to see events like this with crowds turning out. The public is really clamoring for something, and so these events are great. And if you haven't been out supporting these outreach events, please come out and do so, because it's just a great way to share the wonders of the sky, and it's a great awareness for the community about who we are and what we do. So please continue to support these, and all right, we'll move on. So under new business, a couple of things. Under organizational updates, Greg Shad, is it? Shadle.
S-H-A-D-E-L.
Oh, well,
That's all right.
I got, well, maybe I,
That's the first part.
yeah, but I, Shadle. Well, I got it off of our membership software,
Yeah.
so maybe it's wrong there. Okay, I need to change that. Okay, yeah, I need to go check that. But anyway, my bad. See, I gotta have one oopsie at least, okay? All right, so I
Hey,
have my oopsie,
how will you spell his last name for?
S-H-A-D-L. Greg?
Spell his name again for her, because Natoka was asking.
Yeah,
What? How do you spell your last name again?
Shadle.
How do you spell it?
S-H-A-D-E-L.
D-E-L.
S-H-A-D-E-L, Natoka.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. D-E-L. Okay.
Okay, we'll get that squared away. Anyway, what Greg has done is Greg's volunteered to work with Kai Jansen to help maintain and enhance the BAS website. As many of you know, our website has been handled by another group, which have they're busy and they've been kind of slow getting some things done, and it's just by bringing the maintenance of this in-house, what that enables us to do is really get changes made quicker. So Greg and Kai are, you know, going through all the black magic of how the website's put together, and have already straightened out some things, have figured out some other things. So that's going to be a great resource for us moving forward, and it'll be more, I think, more functional for us than it has been in the past. So looking forward to that. So thank you, Greg.
Yeah, that's what we are working for.
What was that, Kai?
That's what we're hoping to achieve, to make them decide a better experience than it is right now.
Yeah, exactly. We still have a couple of open areas that I wanted to bring to your attention. Of course, these were in the newsletter as well, but a publicity coordinator, someone responsible for monitoring and curating content for our social media channels. If you have some publicity background, please talk to me or one of the officers, and let's get you plugged into this. Also, we're looking for someone who has advertising and marketing experience to be a coordinator of that area, to help us design ads and flyers and media, to help promote events and the society in general. You know, these two positions are going to be crucial for us as we really try to ramp up to our centennial anniversary next year. So if you've got any experience in that area, or hey, if you just got some enthusiasm and want to jump in, let us know, because we'd really like to get you plugged in, and appreciate the everyone that's stepping up. We're getting several people to step up and help, and that just makes us stronger, because we have a lot of these areas really kind of touch each other, and so as we get people plugged into these roles and you learn what the other roles do, it's just going to make us a stronger organization, because we won't have just, you know, 2 or 3 subject matter experts that do everything. We'll have it spread across the entire organization, and that makes transitions a lot easier, and so on and so forth. So, so at any rate, please keep that in mind.
Kai sent a message. Kai, do you want to? You can speak. I mean, you should be louder now, hopefully.
Go ahead, Kai.
No pressure.
Yeah, if I can hit the mute button. Yeah, I might have someone for advertising and marketing.
Okay.
That person was previously involved in a professional education in advertising and marketing, so I'll reach out and make the contact.
Oh, good. And we can also probably pull them in as a member too, huh?
Maybe so.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just go recruit who we need. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Kai. All right. Up next, our Galaxy Challenge. Now, what I've been doing month to month is I've just been putting those who have completed in the previous month, but for this month, it was just going to be my name up there. So I didn't want a slide with just my name. So I put everybody up there. So we had originally like 18 that signed up to do the Galaxy Challenge. And so we've got 7 who have completed it. If you've completed it and I don't have you on this list, please let me know, because we want to recognize you. And but this is pretty cool thing. If you don't have it finished, don't fret, because you have until the end of this month to get your observations done, and you have till the end of July to actually get it submitted to Astronomical League for it to count and complete your challenge. So please, if you're running behind, and I know this weather this week surely hasn't helped, but if you're running behind, please stay with it. You only have to do 12 of the 20, and it's really if this is kind of the first time you've done one of these AL challenges, it's just a cool sense of accomplishment, you know, and it helps you learn the night sky and so on and so forth. I don't need to tell you all that, but I'm telling you anyway. So at any rate, congratulations to the 7 here, and look forward to seeing some more names up here next month. All right, I thought what I would do is just share with you some statistics about our membership, just so you know kind of where we stand and how many members we got and that sort of thing. The membership software that we have now keeps track of all this for us. It's really, really good. There's a lot of insights that we can gain from it, but I just wanted to throw up a couple of simple metrics here for you to look at. The 3 membership tiers we have, remember earlier this year we started the supporter subscriber tier, which is just someone that just really kind of likes what we're doing. Maybe the YouTube folks or the Facebook folks, they don't really want to be a member, but they want to help us out. So we got 4 folks that are doing that, and those are active. So and I'll explain what that means as we go through this. As far as junior or junior associate members, these are folks that are under 16. Thank you, Bobby. We have 4, 3 are active, and 1 has an expired membership. Active just means their dues are paid and they are in good standing with the club. Expired means that they once were a member, but they didn't pay their dues. So they're now in expired status.
Fall into grace.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
we getting notified? Because I feel like June
Yes.
is my month
Yes.
to pay, but I
If
haven't.
your email is correct, you should have gotten a notification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way to check when my expiration is?
Yeah, if you go to the membership button there to
On
join
the
button,
main
you can
website?
go there.
Yeah.
I went the other, a while back to check it. It turns out I'm set up to automatically renew, but I'm renewing in August or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the website has the new system in place for.
Yeah, you can just go there and click on the member link or whatever, and it'll take you to our software interface, and you can, Cat.
So, does it make it more complicated having to track 120 people monthly as far as renewing membership versus doing January to December? And then if
No.
you do a 6 months like a June, you just pay for the.
It's all automated.
It's all magic.
Okay. Just
We don't,
wondering.
untouched by human hands, which is the beauty of this.
Rake the money in, it's just really good.
Yeah, yeah. Jim just counts Benjamins all day long, you know?
Just curious.
Yeah. As far as regular or regular associate members, we have a total of 114 in the system. 84 are active, and we have 30 that are expired. And as we move forward, and we have our membership team in place, one of the things that we want to do is we want to figure out why these 30, what happened to them? Well, we know some moved away, some may have lost interest or whatever, but the software in itself, sending the reminders, auto renewal, that helps our retention, keeps our retention rate high. I don't know exactly when we lost the 30 because this goes back to when we first loaded all the data in the system. So some of these 30 may have been hangers on, that's a technical term, hangers on from when we were doing this manually, and I don't really know when they fell off. But certainly we want to get our retention rate as high as we can. And I think with the system we got in place, with the reminders, with the auto renewal, certainly we should be able to keep our retention rate up. But for people who don't renew, we'd like to know why. Hey, what happened? So I just wanted to put this up here just so you know really kind of what the size of the club looks like right now. We're adding members. We just added a new supporter subscriber this past month. We seem to be adding a member every month, a member or two. Of course, we have some dropping out the other side, but we've got a good, strong membership. And so that's why I wanted to just take the time to show this to you. We do have the ability to do some other demographic work here and kind of dig into this a little bit more. And so our membership folks will be taking a look at that in the future. Any questions about this?
Hey, David, I know two of the members that were really close friends of ours. It's actually how we even got into the club. The daughter is no longer in this area, and her mom says she just wasn't interested anymore. And I'm not even sure if her mother was actually an active member or if she just brought her. But I can give you that information, their names and all later, so you all can update that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing we'd like to know is as someone expires, we'd like to be able to contact them quickly, within that month after they expire. Hey, what happened? And we certainly know people move away, their interests change or whatnot. That's fine. Some people join to support us, and then they, then they say, okay, I'm done supporting you, but whatever. But
right.
The point here is that we now have a good way of tracking this, and it doesn't require us to really be heavily involved from a manual perspective. It's all automated, and we will be passing a lot of this information to the membership folks. That's Kat and Beth to find ways to help get our retention rate up. Our retention rate right now is about 75%. which is pretty good. But I'd like to see it at 95%. I'd like to see it at 100, but we know that's not going to happen. So anyway, okay. Any other comments, questions about this?
Can, for the supporter tier, before, we just don't have to do it this time since I'm not asking for it, but before we do our presentations, once we go live, you do an intro for the presentation, bring up the supporter tier. I know
Yeah.
commonly from, social media, Patreon is really big.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would want to muddle supporter tier with a Patreon as well. I think Patreon allows you to oh, here's tiers, we made BAS trucker hats, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kids love their trucker hats, and
Yeah, I mean,
that might make it a little too
I think,
complicated.
no, I think it's a great idea. This is a crawl before we walk kind of thing. And so we see that, we're getting responses from this, and it could be that, yes, with all the folks that we have contact with out there on Facebook and YouTube that touch our YouTube channel, the last few programs we've been doing have been getting great view numbers, and I expect tonight's will be just as high or higher. We want to try to capture those people and just say, hey, you might not even want to give us $20. Give us $5. Give us $1. Give us, and so you're right. We might be able to work something out, but I want to make sure that as we start doing those kinds of things, that we have mechanisms in place to be accountable for it, and that we're ready to handle it professionally, but that's a great idea. So any ideas like that, yeah, let's talk about them.
I looked at the Facebook page, and I was trying to find out if there was a link back to our website, and maybe I'm challenged, but I couldn't find one.
I don't think there is.
So
I
if
think we
people
talked
find us
about
on
this.
Facebook, there's no way for them to even get to the website to join.
Yeah.
And I think we need
Yeah.
to fix that if we're gonna.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear that online, Greg made a comment that in looking at the Facebook page, the Facebook group, that he doesn't think that there's a link back to our website. So we need to work on that. There's several things we need to work on. Now we got some folks that can help us with it. So that's good. That's great.
And if you can get me a short link to where people can go for the supporter tier, we can put that part of the broadcast out. Hey, here's the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, here's the supporter tier.
Put it
Yeah.
in the chat,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, we need a splash page that says, hey, if you like what you're seeing here, don't just click and don't just subscribe, but go to this website and drop us a little dough,
The description for the YouTube afterwards, if you all
Yeah.
can put links and stuff in there, and it would maybe.
Yeah, put it in the description. Yeah.
Description.
And we can go back and I think we can go back and I know we can do it on YouTube. Facebook seems to be a little bit more
Yeah.
ambiguous in
Right.
terms. Like it gives you everything you need, but you don't understand half of what it's trying to do.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Great discussion. This is what I wanted to get out of this is that, we want to continue attracting people. We want to keep the people we've got. We're making great strides in that area. We're addressing the membership. We're addressing that's just the ghost in the observatory. Don't worry about it. But we're doing well, folks. And so thanks for your help. Thanks for your support and your hard work. Okay. That's all the new business I've got. Is there anything else that we need to discuss before we look at our upcoming activities?
We did mention something, I don't know when the next Cloudland is, or
It's every first Saturday of the month.
it is?
Yes.
Like,
And Harrison Bay is every third Friday of the month.
see, I didn't realize that, okay.
Yeah.
First Saturday and third, and they're both open star parties for the public?
Yes. Well, Harrison Bay, Cloudland, yes. Harrison Bay has not started advertising it out to the public, but it's open for us and it's open for the folks in the park, so the campground folks and that kind of thing.
You said the third?
The third Friday of the month, yeah. And that's standing every month, okay? Now, if we schedule something private for us, like at Cloudland Canyon or
Right.
whatever, we do that on an ad hoc basis. You know, if we see the weather's going to be good and there's no moon, hey, baby, we're going to try to schedule something. You know? Okay. All right. Moving on. Now, we just talked about this, but let me say, Harrison Bay State Park Star Party is on Friday, June the 17th. Now, the reason that's in red is because in the newsletter it has a different date. Okay? So, I want people to double check. 17th is that Friday, right?
Is it okay to put that on the website?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, are we on the
Well-
Gregorian calendar? Like,
I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't put the Harrison Bay on there yet until we get official approval that they've opened it up to the public. But Cloudland Canyon, yes. Cloudland Canyon is July the 2nd, and it's wrong in the newsletter as well. The one that's correct in the newsletter is our next meeting on July the 14th. Okay? So these are in red because the dates are wrong in the newsletter. But always remember, Harrison Bay is the third Friday. Cloudland Canyon is the first Saturday. Okay? All right. Are there any other events, or I'm not aware of any other requests for anything? Ralph, you got anything in the hopper? Schools are out right now, so we don't have that going on. But we'll be sure to let you know if something else pops up. Okay?
I have a
Beth.
suggestion, and this is just as we move forward and go down the road, like, because of the dates and everything, like, you know, the newsletter is published like once a month, but it might be good to have like a calendar on the website that could be linked to social media, so that if there are changes, we could just put it on the calendar and, like, because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if there needs to be something moved around, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a thought
And-
for the future.
Well, I see some value in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the event started up
Are you
again.
taking notes?
Okay, good.
Yeah. So Kai and Greg are both in attendance tonight, so they're hearing this. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do about that, because I agree. I agree. I mean, that's
We need
definitely
the
important.
ability to be fluid if we need to be.
Not with the clouds we've got, right? We never have weather. Cat,
Hey, David, can you
hang on 1 second, please. Hey. Okay. All right, now hang on. When are you talking about?
She's talking about Cloudland. Are you talking about Cloudland?
Well, we may move later. I mean, that's too far out for us to say it's an absolute, but we'll adjust it if we need to. But July the 2nd, we'll probably continue with that unless there's some reason the campground at Cloudland is closed right now because they blew it up and they're starting over. I think they're still renting the yurts, maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah. But at any rate, if we need to change this date, we'll get something out ahead of time as best we can to. But I don't see this changing. If it was actually on July the 4th, we might not do it then, of course. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that as we try to pick these things. We like to have that structure of, hey, it's the first Saturday, because everybody's kind of programmed that way. You don't have to worry about the dates. You just know it's the first Saturday. If it happens to fall on a holiday, then, hey, go ask somebody, because are we sure we're doing this? Okay, so we'll get something out to the membership about that. Okay, so we've covered that. We've got and somebody online had some kind of question or comment. Any?
I just couldn't hear what she was saying without online. It just sounds really far away. So it's been so long ago. That's okay. It's just hard to hear the people.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got it. We're working on that. Next phase of our audio visual program will take care of that, but we're not quite there yet. Okay. Anything else? That's all I have for this evening. And we'll end our meeting and we'll transition over. We've got to take a short intermission to get switched over on our feed. But we're glad to have Chris Waldrop with us. He is a member of BAS. You don't see him much because he lives the lifestyle of the rich and famous up in Monteagle. And so he's higher up. That's right. But he's going to be talking to us about astronomical sketching. So he is he's an astronomer who sketches, not a sketchy astronomer. So don't get those flipped around, okay? All right. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, but do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion. Okay. So moved. We are adjourned. We hang online and we'll switch over the feed and we'll get